you go. Talk to him.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold. Oh, hard my hard nut, yeah. Yo, it's Classic with the classic codes. Before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and drop comments as we go along so we can have a conversation, because we gotta crack these codes, man. But we got a reaction today. Heading over to Anton Daniel's channel. He doing a reaction to a young woman on TikTok who's showing a serious lack of empathy for the brother Shannon Sharpe and the $50 million shakedown. Let's see what's going on. I haven't watched this video, so it's going to be an authentic reaction. Let's see who I agree with and where we at with everything. Y'all know I ain't about wasting no time. Let's go.
And then when they prove to you that they are still I do not feel bad for Shannon Sharpe. Actually, nail him to the wall. Men like Shannon Sharpe go after women whose frontal lobe have yet to develop, and then when they prove to you that they are still children, it's, oh, how dare she try to manipulate me? How dare she try to get money from me? Why do you think she was fucking with your old ass? No, really. Why would a 19-year-old go after a man in his 50s who she also knows is only here for a good time? Y'all keep doing this. Y'all keep doing it. It keeps happening because y'all have spent y'all years mistreating women, and then because women have dealt with shit their entire life, you're like, that's baggage. No, that's called common sense, because a woman will no longer allow you to play with her once a woman gets to the...
Hold on, before she finished, how we go from Shannon Sharpe to y'all? And I'm gonna go back a little bit so we can get back to where she at. But how we go from Shannon Sharpe to y'all? Who is y'all? And we spend our years mistreating women. Who is y'all? And how many years do we spend mistreating women? And who is this group of people that you just started generalizing? Who are these people? What's happening right now? Let's go back a few seconds and take it from where she at, because that's crazy.
And then because women have dealt with shit their entire life, you're like, that's baggage. No, that's called common sense, because a woman will no longer allow you to play with her once a woman gets to the point where she's like, wait a minute. That's when y'all want to be like, oh, she got baggage, she got baggage, she got boundaries.
Listen, fam, I think that we're talking about two separate issues. With regard to Shannon Sharpe, I don't believe that anybody should be demonized when they're the victim. Let's be very, very clear, because more than one thing can be true at the same time. Nobody should be demonized when they're the victim. And Shannon Sharpe, in this case, especially with regard to a person that is always, and Tony Busby, that is seemingly always trying to shake down celebrities. We've seen what happened with Jay-Z. They had the same sentiment when it came to Jay-Z, trying to tie him to Diddy. And this is the reason why guys a lot of times divest themselves against the culture and the community, because two things can be true at the same time. 100%, I am in agreement that I do not think it's conducive, and I am not rocking with, never been interested in, nor do I support the whole idea of dating super young. All right, but we got laws for a reason, and more importantly, it doesn't negate the fact that he's being shook down and being manipulated by an attorney who, by the way, seems as though they had already set a lot of this up in order to trap him so that they can get money out of him. Now, you can't be so bitter as a person that you can't observe the facts and make or come to a conclusion that, yo, hold on, this is not right. They should be held accountable, so on and so forth. But these women have the autonomy to be able to bust it down for a real one, open up an OF, go and slut it out, and all of this stuff. And so if these young girls, and again, I could never talk to a young girl ever in my life, especially 10, 20 years my junior. However, if these young girls, because y'all refuse to hold them accountable, y'all uphold slut culture, y'all tell them to go and find their way, but then Then, and again, Shannon didn't do anything illegal, so you can't say nail him to the wall because you don't agree with his preferences. I don't agree with his preferences either, but I don't believe that he should be nailed to the wall. So that means that he deserved to lose all of his money. That means that he deserves to get shook down. And so now what you see happening is these older women cannot wait to say, see, y'all should have been dealing with us, a person with boundaries, not that we. No. Two things can be true at the same time. No, I'm not necessarily rocking out with the fact that, and this is my personal preference and opinion, rocking out with the fact that a person is talking to 30 years their junior. Not my thing. I'm not rocking with, but that's my personal preference and opinion.
Mm-hmm.
What you see them doing is they're using this as a trampoline to have a conversation about whether or not they agree with his preferences. And because they are not getting picked, because they feel some type of way about it, because they can't snag a man that is super successful because they have bad attitudes and there's other things inherently wrong with them, they're using this as a scapegoat or an opportunity to continue to bash men and say, nail them to the wall, when we don't do that for women. We don't do that to women. We don't do that at women. We are now holding women accountable for a lot of the things that they're doing, and they will go so far as to support this degenerate shakedown in order to come to a conclusion that men need to be held accountable for something. They can't wait. And I knew it was going to come up.
No, hey, Anton, I disagree. I do it. Let them crash out. And when they crash out, I celebrate. Because let me celebrate because they friend circle cheered them on the whole time they was making decisions that wasn't conducive to the results that they desire. And then they cheered them on all the way until they hit the wall. So once they hit the wall, let me celebrate when the explosion go off. Every time I see a Lisa Ray, every time I see a Tracy Ellis Ross, every time I see, the we don't need a man community. And they just out here. You heard Tracy Ellis Ross admit to her grief. There's grief behind that. No woman want to be alone. I ain't trying to hear shit. I don't care. It ain't enough purses, heels, closet space, decor, nothing. Not enough poodles, kittens to replace the presence of a love of your life. It's in your nature. It's ingratiated in you. It just is what it is. So when they crash out, yeah, I'm saying something. Ha, told you so. Because you would listen, y'all, we don't even got to do nothing wrong. You will make something wrong and then and celebrate it. So no, I got some energy for you back. Because we all over the internet with thousands of hours of content telling you the exact blueprint on how to get you a husband and keep a husband. But y'all don't like it. Y'all don't like what the recipe is. And it's a very simple recipe, but for some reason, you don't want to cook it. Because you want your options, your choices, your freedoms, your liberties, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. So when they crash, I just watch them running into the wall. I ain't gonna lie.
Natural born crash dummy. And he go crash out.
They always show their true colors eventually.
And y'all don't want women with boundaries, with self-respect.
Boundaries.
Y'all want little girls who is going to do whatever y'all want her to do for a little bit of change. You want that phone telling that girl that you're going to choke the shit out of her and that she going to like it.
And do I need to even go through the text messages to see? Come on, man. Stop, bro. I'm going to let her get her shit off, and I'm always going to link back to the content creator in the description because I always like to give content creators credit, regardless of whether I agree with it or not. So that'll be down in the description. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Also, link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat.
Now, she's trying to get over on you, and you mad. She's in it for money.
Nobody should be trying to get over on nobody. Nobody should be taking advantage of nobody. That's just where I stand on it.
In it for the money. Where y'all problem is, y'all think y'all are bigger than the program. Y'all get so full of yourself that you genuinely think this child wants you For real. Men like that scare me. Because what does a 56-year-old and a 19-year-old have in common? Actually, she's 20 now and he's 56 now. So a 55-year-old.
No, that's not how it goes. I believe that she was 20 when she met him. And I just want to make sure that we get the facts straight. And I think their relationship is going on for 2 years or something like that. So anyways, let's continue.
And a 19-year-old have in common. What? What do you have to talk about? What life experiences do y'all have to discuss? None. And anytime, and I know men are gonna find their way in their comments like, it's legal.
Hold on. Is she sitting at the crib talking to her phone and then ask a rhetorical question, do a dry silence, and then say none when nobody else reply because ain't nobody there? She swore she made a point. None, right? None. Ain't nobody there with you. You talking to your phone. Ain't nobody. I'm in here. I'm in the studio right now by myself. Who gonna say something to me? That's what I thought. What the fuck?
If you have to say it's legal as a way to defend your dating preferences, you're a predator. You're a predator. That's like us saying slavery.
Hold on, he a predator, but shorty. So what is she for accepting the money to do it? If he a predator, what is she for accepting the money to do it?
Was bad, and y'all be like, well, it was legal. That doesn't make it okay.
Well, no, let's not use slavery. Let's use Aisha Howard getting pregnant as almost a 40-year-old woman by Anthony Edwards that's not even in his mid-20s. His frontal lobe is not fully developed, but we hold him accountable for that. Let's also use Drea, right, who is pregnant by Jalen Green. And obviously she's, I believe, above the age of 40 years old. And he's not even, I believe, off of his rookie contract. Not even 21 years old yet. I'm not even sure that he's old enough to drink. That's not predator behavior, right? I'm just amazed at the level of hypocrisy. They will bring it all the way back to slavery. And again, I'm not into it, so I don't necessarily rock with it, but I want it to be consistent across the board. These same women will then absolve women from predatory behavior while at the same time going at Shannon Sharpe, who, in my opinion, is the victim in this instance. It's bothersome.
It used to be legal to beat your wife. It used to be legal to
These same women saying this shit got a story about when they was younger messing with an older guy. These same women that be saying this shit got a story about when they was younger messing with an older guy. And it don't matter if he was in his 50s. It don't matter. It used to be normal for chicks that was 16 and 17 to be getting picked up from high school by a young grown man. Hell, my 7th grade girlfriend, we broke up. Her next boyfriend had a car. He was like 17. We was in 7th grade. Like, y'all, like, what I'm saying is the things that women find attractive in men generally are going to be from a more established man. Most women, most young women who are looking for stability and certain amenities from a guy, they gonna date an older guy. How much older? That's a conversation y'all can have. I'm not with all that. I'm not with dating 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds. I just feel like more so than anything, it's just a relatability issue. Whether or not it's legal, all that shit, it ain't even about that. It's just more so like I like conversation. We only gonna be able to talk so much. I'm gonna do more teaching than anything in that situation. But all I'm saying is I'm with Anton in regards to the hypocrisy, but also the level of how normal this is for people to be playing like they so ultra shocked about, or like it's some new shit going on, or like this shit, like this been what this, like this is not, this is since the beginning of time type shit we talking about. So I don't get it. I can't run his ad for him, but man, make sure y'all tap in on Anton Daniels. I'll drop the description. I'll drop the link to tap in with Anton on the description box. But man, another great collab, man. I think that it's diabolical out here, man. I think that the good people, they stick out even more, shine like bright lights in the room. The people with principles, morals, you know what I mean? Some backbone, some level of tradition with the ability to adapt to some of today's times. Those people are thriving sociological, from a sociological standpoint, also as well as the economical standpoint. Those people have the recipe to eventually win after they done going through their trials and tribulations. I haven't seen a winner that didn't take losses. I haven't seen people who take risk that don't have stories of failures and triumphs. So, I just think that the climate today has the great people shining even brighter than ever, because I'm just trying to bring some positivity to this, because it's crazy how many hours and how much time we could go full days just covering shit like this, of people just spewing rhetoric that is absolutely useless on a personal and a societal level. And so I'm just trying to bring some positivity to it. The level of the degradation that the IQ has taken in our country has the smart people looking even more genius. But man, make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notifications. Shout out to AD over there at AntonDaniels.com. And if y'all don't do nothing else, man, stick to the codes. Yes, Lord.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold. Hardened my heart, now hardened